effective, safe, and ethical, and it gave me the opportunity to participate in health care instead of disease management.
Yay! What a concept.
Dr. Kogan, would you like to share your story?
Yes, sure. I came with a deep scientific purpose, but I had one criterion that was immutable to me, and that is you have to work with people that you will also play with.
Thank you.
And when I met Jim and Kathy Coover, I realized that these are people that I can play with. And so I've found since my judgment to be true. And I can tell you under their guidance, with CEO Kevin Adams, Isagenix is a green and pleasant land.
All right.
Just like Ireland.
So Dr. Anderson, how did you learn about Isagenix, and why did you decide to join Isagenix?
Isagenix through Dr. Mark Kimes, who's Kathy Cooper's brother. And when we were looking to place our chocolate, what would become Ice and Delight, we met Jim and Kathy, and the first thing was no compromise products. What you heard about today was, when Sue was talking about the testing and the ingredient choice, they have a problem with meat because I always want the best ingredients. And this company then says, okay, we'll do it. The second thing that really impressed me was,
Are they giving these away today?
you know, most products that cause weight loss, the weight comes back. And I was meeting people 2, 3, 4 years later that have been keeping weight off despite being fat since a child. And that was really the impressive part of Dr. Sue.
Thank you. So Dr. Nozek, what attracted you to the Isagenix?
Well, my story actually began 9.5 years ago, and in my clinical practice, at the time I was practicing for 16 years, and I was specializing in stubborn weight loss. I also worked a lot with detoxification programs through the years, both personally and clinically. And I always searched for the safest, the most natural, and the most effective ways to help people. I never wanted to come up short. I always had my antennas out for new and improved ways to help people. And I always feel like Isagenix came into my world, and it was so serendipitous. I saw an advertisement in a chiropractic journal, which is a scientific publication that goes out to chiropractors all over the world. And I'm not typically an advertisement responder, but something spoke to me. And long story short, I was very skeptical, like many people here have been, and did our due diligence and really ripped it apart. Did a pilot test with 12 people, saw incredible results. And I can tell you that that was when my search ended. I had never seen such amazing transformational changes in people's health in a short period of time. And it's just been proven to be the best ever.
Yes. Well, we all know that Isagenix has solutions for everyone, right? Yes?
Yes.
I want to make sure you guys are awake this morning. So we have weight management, we have energy performance, and we have healthy aging solutions, right? Not only our doctors view, in my view, we do have the best weight loss system available on the planet today. Don't you agree?
Yes.
So one of the most important parts of our system is the cleansing protocol. So Dr. Nozek, why do you think cleansing is so important in making Isagenix unique?
Well, I think we all know, and I'm preaching to the giant Isa choir, that we are living in an extremely toxic world. And we're so inundated with toxins in our air and our water and our food. And it really is the underlying cause of obesity, because our body's defense mechanism is to produce more fat to protect our internal organs. And with Isagenix, with our cleansing and fat burning program, we're really addressing the underlying cause. We're supporting our body's own ability to detoxify, to allow these impurities to leave so that this fat can be burned for energy. So this is producing long-term sustainable results, and we're simultaneously replenishing with the right nutrients that our cells need for optimal metabolism and overall rebalancing.
Beautiful stuff.
Do you agree that Isagenix has excellent support for cleansing experience? We have, you're right, Jim. We got Ice Delights, we have Isagenix snacks, and we have E+. So it really makes cleansing makes it really easy and even enjoyable. So Dr. Anderson, you're inventor of Icy Delight. So what's the best way to use Icy Delight for cleansing days?
Well, one of the challenges on cleansing days is that the feel-good chemicals in your brain start to drop over the course of the day, especially if you're a new cleanser and your body's highly toxic and inflamed. And when that happens, your brain will sabotage you and people will do food seeking, carb seeking, and Icy Delight was designed to feed the brain, turn on those feel-good chemicals. But you also don't want to go into digestion over the course of the day or two. So what we say is you can take up to 4 or 6 a day. Most people only need 1 or 2. And on the same thing on the second day. But what it is take the minimum number of Icy Delight you need to get through the full day or the second day.
That's right. Are you guys enjoying the Icy Delight experience? All right. The best complete meal replacement after cleanse day is our Ice Lean Shake. And so what many people may not know is that there's a lot of diet plans that doesn't have enough essential nutrients, or sometimes they promote muscle loss. So how is Isagenix system different, Dr. Bogan?
Well, whatever you eat in private, you will show in public.
Nice.
I should spend 10 minutes with
And Isagenix provides the best structure with the isolene shakes that you could possibly have. Better than any other protein that you could eat. So if you want your body to look good on the outside, make it good on the inside. And that's very different from what other companies have. Very different. You don't realize how different. Dr. Suk Cho here makes sure it is pure, it's clean, it is the way it should be, and I love it.
Yes. All right, here's some common questions that we get. Some people are really concerned about starting Isagenix system because if they have medical conditions, right? So I wanted to share some stats. According to the Department of Health and Human Service, at least half Americans take 1 prescription drug. And 1 in 6 take 3 or 4 medications. Can you believe that? So Dr. Harper, what is the best way to guide people through a 30-day system who have medical conditions or who are in medication?
One of the first things you have to remember, and you've heard me say this many times, that every single one here has their unique own body chemistry. Okay? The chances of you being reproduced are 4 times 4, 10 million times, which is a number somewhere between 18 and 32 miles long. Okay? And I haven't really figured it out. I had 2 people work it out. They've come up with different answers. It's so big your computer can't do it. Okay? And so that's why you have to pay attention to what's going on. So can I tell you what will happen if you're on medications or not on medications? And the answer is nobody can tell you that. But if you're on certain medications, then there should be a couple of things you should be aware of. If you're on a diuretic that is loses potassium, then you probably should have your potassium levels checked before you actually start. Because we have seen that low potassium levels, when people start on Isagenix, can be a problem. It's not that Isagenix drives them lower. What it is it's the combination of the diuretic and Isagenix that can sometimes do that. If you're a hypertensive or on high blood pressure medications, you have to be very careful once again, because as you go through the cleanse, your body will be changing. And as it changes, you have to change your medications as well. Now, obviously, you'd want to be having your physician monitor you while you're doing this. But those are the kinds of things that you need to look out for. If you're on blood thinners, same thing. You have to be having your blood checked every single week while you're doing the cleanse. You cannot let that go beyond every week. Do we see very many problems with Isagenix? Absolutely not. I've been working with Isagenix for 11 and a half years, answering questions and listening to the feedback, and I've got to admit, it is still a really, really safe product.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
But did you know that obesity has doubled since 1980? Well, if you know recent news release, American Medical Association, also known as AMA, recently declared obesity as a disease. And with all the obsession with reality TV, I think they're going to claim the new disease called compulsive, obsessive, chronic real-life TV syndrome. Well, yeah, Dr. Messina, what are your thoughts on this position? And really, what's the opportunity for Isagenix?
I do not agree with the position. I do not feel obesity is a disease. And just to let everybody know, there's a lot of other doctors that feel the way I do. The AMA came out with this decision. In my opinion, it's a thinly veiled reason to justify reimbursement on more lap bands and pharmaceutical band-aids for obesity. You know, to be quite honest,